Left of the box. I'm liking this statement a lot, actually. I'm liking what Jugmeat is saying here. There is no possible military solution to this decades-long conflict. We reiterate the actions Canada must take now. Work for the hostage deal, an immediate ceasefire, sanction all those who violate international law, whether Hamas or Netanyahu's extremist government, impose an arms embargo while the atrocities continue, recognize the state of Palestine along the state of Israel, and work to end decades-long illegal occupation of the West Bank and East Jerusalem, and support international court efforts to bring all perpetrators to justice. To the many Canadians feeling pain and trauma on this tragic anniversary, New Democrats stand with you. We will continue to work for our common humanity, for justice, and for peace. That's a good statement. It'd be nice if Justin Trudeau tweeted out something even like half resembling that. But then we get to Pierre Poilievre. His is short and to the point. Whew. Are you ready for this one? Are you ready for Pierre's statement? So it's not 2 pages. He just put the French and English in the same tweet. So it's just 1 page, and it's a short page. Shall we read what Pierre Poilievre has to say about this? 1 year ago today, genocidal and sadistic terrorists carried out the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust. They burned people alive, tortured children in front of their parents, mutilated dead civilians, and posted these demonic cruelties online for the world to see. All while their cowardly bosses and benefactors watched from Tehran and other faraway safe havens. 101 hostages are still being held. Let them go! Meanwhile, Jews in Canada face grotesque anti-Semitism in the streets and by the two-faced and weak leadership of their Prime Minister, placating lawless mobs. And yet Israel and the Jewish people live and fight on. Western democratic values depend on destroying Tehran's proximity armies of Hamas and Hezbollah. Canada's conservatives have not and will not waver. We won't bow to the radical, woke, anti-Zionist Jew haters, because never again is now, tomorrow, and every day. We unapologetically stand with Israel through fire and water and unite with Jews to say, I don't know how to pronounce that. I am just checking. This is his actual account? Fuck yes, it is. Like, I glanced over it, but I didn't read the whole thing before I read it in front of you guys, and I'm just like, this can't be real. But that is his actual... Okay, it's not a parody. He really fucking tweeted this out. Wow. Just the language in this, the lies, the framing, the like he's trying to get that visceral response from people, and it's working maybe in ways that he doesn't intend, but also in ways he does intend. Like, this is a horrible piece of trash. But they accuse the left of being, the mean people. I could see somebody in high school writing this like in a book. Like in a book to really paint a picture or something. But this is like having this come out of the leader of the official's opposition. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable that he's allowed to get away with this. They burn people alive. It might be more the IDF. But, Hamas did brutal things on that day. There's no doubt about it. They tortured children in front of their parents, mutilated dead civilians. A lot of this has been debunked. Like, a lot of this has been debunked as hearsay or exaggerations or simply didn't happen. Posted these demonic cruelties online for the world to see. Is Pierre, like, never on TikTok? Because if you go on TikTok, you see non-stop videos of the IDF posting videos of them bombing Gaza and doing horrendous things in Gaza. They posted a video where a prisoner was sexually assaulted that led to his death. And that person who was responsible for that went on TV later on to be like, yeah, I did that. This is just garbage coming out from that. And there is no lawless mobs going around Canada. That's not a thing here. But he wants to invoke fear. He wants to invoke, just visceral reactions from his base. And unfortunately, this type of thing works. But just what an absolute piece of garbage statement this is. And it kind of gets worse. Poilievre supports Israel's proactively striking Iranian nuclear sites to defend itself. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is supporting Israel's right to defend itself against Iran following last week's ballistic missile attacks, saying that right includes proactively striking Iranian nuclear sites and oil installations to defund the terrorist regime. Israel must be able to prevent Iran from using nuclear weapons if necessary, Poilievre said. Poilievre said this Monday night at a commemoration event marking the one-year anniversary of Hamas's October 7th attack against Israel. So he said, Pierre Poilievre said, Israel must be able to prevent Iran from using nuclear weapons. Done. It's done. Do you know why? They don't have any. Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons. He's the leader of the official opposition. He should know that. That's not a thing. They don't have nuclear weapons. But he's saying that Israel should be able to basically level Iran because of the potential of them using nuclear weapons. One of the nations involved has nuclear weapons. It's not Iran. The debate over the scale of Israel's retribution comes after Iran struck Israel with 181 ballistic missiles last Tuesday. And so we've talked about that. Israel also killed hundreds and hundreds of civilians in Lebanon, including Canadian citizens. And the missiles that Iran sent out were for military bases and apparently only killed one Palestinian, which is tragic. But Israel has just been non-discriminately bombing Lebanon. Also, however, the federal government has a different position to Poilievre. While it is not endorsing Iran's nuclear sites as targets, that would be nice. Don't target their nuclear sites, because I think that's where Poilievre got a little crosswired. They do have nuclear sites for energy and things of that sort. They don't have nuclear weapons. And just saying, it's not a good idea to bomb a nuclear site because, bad things can happen when you do that. While it is not endorsing Iran's nuclear sites as targets, the country's oil infrastructure could be on the table. I think it's appropriate, Defense Minister Bill Blair said reporters on Monday when he asked if it would be suitable for Israel to hit oil production facilities in Iran. You know who really was like, ooh. U.S. President Joe Biden has suggested that Israel should refrain from attacking Iranian oil facilities. Yeah, it's like, hey guys, could you keep the oil out of this? Could you not bomb the oil? Bomb everyone else, but maybe not the oil, huh? Can we not do that one? Go ahead, bomb all the hospitals. We don't care about those, but the oil, whew, that's a little step too far there. If I were in their shoes, I'd be thinking about alternatives than striking oil fields, Biden said during a rare appearance at the White House daily press briefing on Friday. A day prior, Biden also said he opposed Israel targeting Iranian nuclear sites. Yeah, because that would be bad for everyone. It's just funny. It's like, well, there's the oil installations we could strike. And meanwhile, the United States is like, no, not the oil, not the oil. Stay away from the oil. But this guy here, this guy has the potential to be the next Prime Minister of Canada. And he's tweeting out this garbage. You're commemorating a tragic event, the death of 1,200 people. And to turn it on like this, and it feels like there's not even any sympathy or compassion for the people who are actually victims of this and their surviving families. It's all about hatred and riling up people and, you know, fueling all of this violence. No leader of a political party should be able to tweet something like this out without consequences. Freedom of speech, to what we have it in Canada anyway. But there should be political consequences for tweeting out something like this, for having this be the official statement. Absolutely disgusting.